The Garmin Edge 1040. This is an unboxing. I just received this in the mail this morning, and I thought I would give you an opportunity to see how it works. The Garmin Edge 1040 sort of replaces the Garmin 1030 Plus, but they're very similar. These devices that Garmin has released over the last 5 years have been similar to a great degree, but the 1040 gives the Garmin a new face. Pretty much you have what I would call a new interface. You now have the ability to have maps appear on your screen. This is something new that Garmin created to help associate with a better appearance. The price, unfortunately, hasn't dropped. This solar series, this particular one is the non-solar. It's about maybe $75 to $100 less than the solar. As you can see, the menu is sort of similar to the prior 1030 model. A lot of the same features in the menu. It does have a fascinating system now for strolling through the different variables that you have available in your system. For instance, I'm looking at currently location search. These are weather activities, Garmin coach training. I mean, the fields are fairly extensive. You have cycling ability, intensity minutes, power. Even your notifications are right there on that main screen. So it's fairly intuitive. I think it is an upgrade from the prior system. But I will tell you, I did take this for a spin about a month ago. Unfortunately, I received a bad device and it had to be returned. And the reason being, as long as you're not downloading from what they call the Garmin Connect IQ app, they've got some external programs. There's 2 or 3 of them that are pretty good. I especially love one because it must have, I'm a computer person. I love a lot of information. And they've got one program out there that's got probably 35 to 40 different stats on your screen. And that's the one I use. I don't really use I guess you call them the pre-available stats. I mean, if you just want a screen with your power on it, your speed, or you want to know what time the sun drops and all of this kind of thing like that, then that's great if that's what you want. But for me, I mean, riding a bike's hard enough. I mean, you're not really finding a bike hard to ride. It's probably because you're not as intensive about your process. I mean, you go out there 50, 60 miles, you try to cover that kind of distance in an hour or maybe an hour and a half at, pretty much, I don't know, 20 something miles per hour. And I'm talking about with 8, 9 degree hills and, all these kinds of things like that. You're really going to sweat. It's a lot of work. And trust me, it can be a little consuming mentally to just constantly be going mile after mile and just sort of looking at what's in front of you in the ground. So I tend to entertain myself with the device. And so that 30, 40, 50 field device on one screen Unlike the Garmin that gives you 10 fields that you can place things on, it doesn't impress me. I prefer the external systems. Hats off to whoever programs them. I think the last one I used came from somewhere in Germany, and I gotta tell you, it's impressive. I mean, it gives you everything. I mean, everything that you can possibly imagine is there on that screen. I'm not going to show it to you because, that may be impropriety, so I will not be showing that. But it's great. I mean, the only problem I had, and I had this, the reason why I upgraded to this newer device is because I previously had what was known as a 1030. And that 1030 disappointed me because I lost everything. I had, it's just miles. I must have had 18,000 miles recorded on that device. It was called a Garmin 1030. It wasn't a Plus. This was before the Plus came out. And when I got the Garmin 1030, I thought it was just great. I mean, I had a 1,000 prior to that, and I thought that was great, but that 1,000 quickly went to dinosaur style after this 1030 came out, and I thought I would never give up the 1,000. But here I am, I'm with the 1030, and I've used this 1030 for quite some years. And as you can see, it is similar in a lot of ways to the 1040. I think the major difference is they did change. Again, like I said, the interface has changed. You've got a much more intuitive interface. Long story short, I upgraded because basically I had a crash. Didn't understand why I had the crash, but the crash occurred, and basically it just sort of destroyed the information because I had to reset. The direction said if you reset, then, don't worry, it'll preserve your information, your stats, all that. Well, that may be true for some, but I can tell you it completely wiped everything off on mine. And the screen freezing caused me to reset it because I couldn't get anything to move, so I had to reset it. And basically after I did that, then that is when I basically lost all my information. So I chose at that point to go ahead on and upgrade to the 1040. And here we are. I've had this thing a day, but like I said, I had a prior one for about a week. I must have put 200 miles on it that week, and it froze up on me. It had a problem with, it went to IQ, it downloaded the software, it was there, it was beautiful, looked absolutely beautiful on the screen, very nice screen, pretty fast. And the problem was it just kept crashing. So I'd end up with like a zero, like on your Microsoft screen, if there's a connection issue, you just get the spinning wheel. Well, this was a frozen wheel that just appeared on the screen. And if I get the same kind of problem with this device, and we're going to send it right back. But I hope this is going to work because it's a good device. I like the interface. I like the tools. It's got quite a few tools. I just wish I could have brought my numbers over to it. Everybody says, oh, well, yeah, you got, your numbers are on the Garmin Connect. Garmin Connect is great. Yeah, the numbers transition over there after each ride if you set it up. I mean, if you've got that kind of time to set it up. But the problem with that is they don't interact with your device for current or prior information. So it doesn't sync prior information. It constantly just syncs information that is ongoing. But it doesn't do anything for your prior information after you zero your device out. Long story short, 1030 was good. I don't know why it started to crash after 3 years. I wish I hadn't lost my information because my goal was 50,000 miles. I wanted to be able to show that, online, but I don't even have it on there anymore. I think I've got maybe about 1,000 miles on it since I reset it. It's just a recent crash about a month ago. But the 1050, I'm sorry, the 1040, it looks great. I just hope it's going to be able to sustain the physical processes that I go through with riding. Um, I hope this video was something that you can use to help you make a decision. Either one of these devices are good, but 1030 right now still holds its value. For me, I just like the whole idea of having more upgraded speed and intuitiveness when I am using computers. But if it turns out this 1040 doesn't impress me, I will be sticking with the 1030. Thanks for listening to my YouTube channel. Have a good day.